Hey guys, Nathan Brandon Masters. A lot of people are leaving Twitter, heading over to Bluesky to get away from the evil AI robots that are coming after you. I'm also on Bluesky, so you can go over there and follow me. I'm new to the platform, so I only have 5 followers, so come aboard. Now, there's a lot of reasons people are joining Bluesky, to get away from Twitter. But one of the reasons for artists is because of their TOS and how they treat AI. But there are some issues with Bluesky's TOS. This is stuff I talk to you guys about. You don't believe me. You think I'm just lying to you, but I'm not. And here's some of the issues with Bluesky's TOS. I'm mainly going to focus on the content stuff. Again, this information comes from Legal Mindset. We've been looking at his YouTube channel for the Johnny Somali stuff, and he has information on this as well.
Now, about the AI, let's look at the terms of service for the AI, because this is what the VTubers are concerned about. It's what a lot of other folks are concerned about. So we have the terms of service for Bluesky. But really what I want to focus on is the user content. So this section is the most damning thing for all those that are saying that the user content is going to be protected on Bluesky. Let's look at this. User content means any type of content you post on Bluesky. So literally anything, posts, pictures, profiles, direct messages, links. So artists, all of your art you post on Bluesky, that's user content.
Again! Now, I've told you guys before, these are businesses. These platforms are not giving you something for nothing. They're giving you access to use their site for free. That is what they're giving you. In return, you are giving them access to your content. It does not matter what they say. This is standard in every one of these TOSs because it keeps them free from lawsuits. Now, many times, they're not going to do anything with your content. Aside from maybe using it to promote their app or something like that, they'll use your content that way. And of course, the worst for some of you guys is they'll use it for their AI. But at the end of the day, the real stuff that they want is the data that will go to advertisers and help them make money that way. That is how they make money from your information. This is Facebook, this is Twitter, this is Bluesky, this is everybody. This is where free access comes from. Servers and all that stuff costs money. You are getting nothing for free. You can't keep thinking everybody is after your art.
Stop it. Get some help.
The people most likely to steal from you, as you can see from Catliante and all the art drama channels, is another artist or somebody pretending that they're an artist. Those are the people who are more likely to steal from you. Now, there may be companies that do steal from you. Those companies are usually not the service itself. Those companies are usually, I know record labels sometimes will steal somebody's artwork and use it on their album. That has happened multiple times, and you can indeed sue for that. Artists have a hard time with the concept of IP theft and what it actually is. They do a lot of this what they think it is kind of stuff. A lot of artists do not read copyright law, nor do they want to. Artists like to feel things. This is stuff we've covered before. A lot of feelings, not a lot of tangible stuff going on.
Everywhere else, they can use your user content to train their AI.
Now, Bluesky has been very clear that they use AI in a different way. They're not taking people's artwork to do generative AI. They use AI to help moderate the site. That comes directly from Bluesky. And they end saying none of these are Gen AI systems trained on user content. But to do what they're doing, it had to be trained on somebody's content. And I don't know this for certain, but it's probably the same content that the AI art platforms train on. And that's still training, and they're still profiting from that. So if AI training is a problem to you, well, Bluesky is still doing the same thing. But as far as the art you upload to their platform, they and every other social media company of its type does have the right, if they choose to, and people don't believe me when I tell them this, It's in the TOS. You are not being stolen from. This is what you sign up to. Now, you can leave those platforms, but read everybody's TOS. It's there. To use these platforms, your information is the payment in some way, shape, or form. You have to believe me. Is it right? Is it fair? Sure. No one owes you anything for free. These are businesses, and I don't know where these people come from thinking that they're owed something or that they should be given something for free. No. You are a choosing beggar at this point. They're telling you straight up to use our platform that we give you for free. This is what we take from you. You have the right to decide, yes, I'm going to use your platform, or no. Now, the issue that we have as artists is that for many of us, including myself, to get our art out there, we have to use these platforms. This is nothing new. And I tell artists, hey, artists, you have to learn business. You gotta stop. You gotta learn business. If you want to be successful, you cannot keep this up and running around like chickens with your heads cut off and wondering why you're not succeeding in the art business, wondering why all this stuff is happening to you. You have to learn business. There's videos on YouTube that talk about the art business and things like that. And you can go and learn from this. There's lawyers and stuff on YouTube that talk about copyright and trademark and stuff. You can learn from these people if you want to. Listen, this is no skin off my nose. I don't care. You know, I'm old school. I don't have no problem with training. I don't have no problem with none of that. I'm an old school artist. Art goes out. People see it. If they like it, they might use it to train. Back in my day, the thing was try to draw like the famous artist. Whoever the famous artist was, try to draw like him. Now, if you actually use a piece of my actual art to do a thing, I'm going to say, hey, slide me some cash. Now, if you run my art through AI and create some other shit with it, I don't give a fuck. That's not me. That's not me anymore. I don't care. That's not me. Now, if your stuff looks just like my stuff, or your character looks just like my character, we might have a problem. But in general, I don't care. But you guys do. So this is the information you need to be looking at and the things you need to be looking out for. You're running from platform to platform and getting treated the same.
But let's continue by promoting and marketing Bluesky and Bluesky Social. So you keep ownership of the user content subject to the license below. And this is a huge license. Bluesky does not own rights to your user content except as provided. By sharing user content through Bluesky, you grant us permission to use your user content to develop, provide, and improve Bluesky Social, the AT protocol, and any future offerings. That includes AI. So if they want to build AI, they can use your stuff freely to train their AI.
Again, he is correct. This man's a lawyer, okay? And I was a law clerk at a copyright trademark firm for about a year or so. And I've also been an artist for a long time trying to get my stuff out there. You call people lazy for using AI, but you're just as lazy for not wanting to learn the business side of art. That should be information every artist wants to know, but instead you guys like to pretend that you know these things. Because a lot of you want to do art but not business, but you want to be in the art business. Have you ever thought about how stupid that sounds? And you don't really want to listen to nobody tell you what's up, and so you're going to be blindsided, and people are supposed to then have empathy for you. Now, that's like people warning you that you're dating the get-around girl or the get-around guy, and then you're like, but I can fix him. And then you're like, man, this person tends to cheat on me. Really, Nick? You know what? I'm a fuck around and end up not getting monetized. Let me just go on.
For example, we can store and present user content to other users there. This allows us to show your posts in Bluesky app to other users. But beyond that, anything they want to do in the future, they can use it for. Let's continue here. To modify or otherwise utilize user content in any media, they can take your art and change it and use it anywhere. So they can take your art, slap a Bluesky label on it, and use it for marketing. You've given them this license, and there's nothing you can do about it to stop them.
Wait a minute. Where have we heard that before? DeviantArt does not claim ownership rights in your content. For the sole purpose of enabling us to make your content available through the site, you grant DeviantArt a non-exclusive, royalty-free license, remember that, to reproduce, distribute, reformat, store, prepare derivative works based on, and publicly display and perform your content. They give you a little information about what third parties can do, but we talking about what DeviantArt can do. DeviantArt can use your content to train AI, and it violates nothing, because all they can do is say, well, we didn't do anything with their art. Their art is right here and nobody stole it. Nobody reproduced it. Technically, all the AI did was look at it. And unless your art is reproduced very closely, you have no recourse. Remember, those rights were non-exclusive and royalty-free. If I do AI, a lot of times I have to pay an artist to fix it or overpaint it. But for this platform to train on your art, they don't owe you a dime. And no, it's not just them. It's Twitter, it's X, it's Facebook, it's right here on YouTube and every other platform you upload content to. Lock in.
This includes reproducing, preparing derivative works, distributing, and displaying your content. So derivative works. AI generated photo is a derivative work under their line.
And I've told you before about derivative works. There's already law on that. Technically, based on the laws the way they are now, there's no liability here. So these new lawsuits may be trying to do something about that, but from what I understand right now, and I could be wrong about this, but there's a high bar that they're going to have to prove to hold AI companies accountable. And then they can just say, hey, look back at these TOS from the companies that we got this stuff from. You gotta know this is not something that happened overnight.
They can use your user content for promotions without paying you. And here's even further. Look at this. Grant others the rights to take the actions above. So they can grant the right to any others to use your content in any media.
I don't know if they clean that up later or what, but yeah, that's standard. Again, these companies can share your work with their business partners. That is the price you pay for their free service. I'm going to put the link to his video in this video. Go watch his video. Stop it. Go watch. Educate yourself so you'll see what's going on. Stop bitching. Educate yourself. Educate. You think you know some shit you don't know. Go look at the TOS from all these services. Almost every single one of them has something that says the same thing in different language. You have to then decide what your art is to you. Is this a business? Is this a hobby? I'm coming at this from the view of a comic book artist, where the IP for me is the big deal. You copy a pose of mine or some shit like that, the IP is where the money is for me. Now, where is it for you? Maybe the money is in commissions. Maybe the money is in design work. Maybe the money is in prints. I don't know. But you got to decide where your money is coming from and how you're going to move with everything that's going on, because it's not going to stop. It's not going anywhere. So you need to figure that out now. What are you going to do? How you're going to do it? It needs to be figured out right now. And artists are not going anywhere. Things may change. There will be job losses. You guys don't stop and consider what technology did to the artists of my era, do you? One of you can sit down with a tablet and do the job of four of us back in the day. You guys draw, letter, color your own stuff. That used to be a 4-person job. You had a penciler, an inker, a colorist, and a letterer. Now that's a job you do with your tablet. One person. I guarantee you I can find someone on DeviantArt that can do all of that. In fact, a lot of people that can do all of that. Remember, to this day, I can't do digital coloring. I just don't have the patience for it. I don't like it. I can do everything else, but still, I mean, you guys do it all. Go to his video, watch it, and understand what's being said. Stop worrying about protecting your art from AI. Nobody cares. Figure out how you're going to move forward with your art. You have found so many ways between TikTok and all these other people to worry about bullshit while pretending that you're doing art businesses and that you guys are, you're not doing any of that stuff. You're creating bullshit to worry about when there's actual things to worry about. And your art being used to train AI is not a big deal to worry about. You need to worry about where your money is coming from later and how you're going to move with this situation. That's the real thing to worry about. And you don't have to believe me, but you can believe me when you lose that job. You going to believe me then? You going to believe me then when you ain't got no, and some artists have already told you they lost jobs. But you ain't going to believe me until then. So you go do what you do. I'm going to go on and draw my little comics and stuff. You guys take it easy. Nathan Brennan Masters. Hasta.
Don't look back, we're here to stay. A life we knew would come one day. And this is it, the borderline to where the future leaves us behind.